Okay, we're going to start with the nation. 201 Nigerians head for home on Trump deportation order. Yero Hunkui, why we dumped PDP for APC. Oshimbajo, Anyoku, Adeboye, Obi, others at Adebanjo's house. Suspects in murder of kidnapped Anambra Lawmaker escaped from custody. Average cost of telephone call now 13 naira 80 kobo per minute. Public-private sectors raise 8 trillion naira for capital market. And 96 billion naira fraud sacked Edo local government chiefs for EFCC probe. And Tambuwal under fire for attacking APC defectors. Okay, which story are we taking?
I can start with the major headline. So
Trump.
It's not the major headline, sorry.
Okay,
the story there, yes. So no fewer than 201 Nigerians are in the immigration camps set to be deported home from the United States. This is in line with President Donald Trump's immigration policy. It said 85 of them have been cleared for immediate eviction from the country. According to the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills Jr., said among the first batch of deportees are those serving jail terms in U.S. prisons. The envoy also said the deportees will be taken to Lagos, but they did not say when. He spoke during a meeting with the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, that's Mrs. Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu, at her office. And the U.S. President said, has been fulfilling his campaign promise to deport illegal immigrants. He has deported citizens of countries such as Colombia, Mexico, India as well, among others, and he's aggressively pursuing this policy. I said the plan is to take back every undocumented immigrant in the United States. So according to a statement by Mrs. Odumegwu Ojukwu's media aide, Magnus Eze, he said those to be repatriated will be dropped in Lagos. There wouldn't be room for whether it should be in Port Harcourt or Abuja. They're just bringing everybody to Lagos. He said the first group will be convicted prisoners, those who had committed crimes in the U.S. prisons already. Some of them, they are also people who have clearly violated U.S. immigration laws. They had appealed, but yet they are still in the U.S. soil, and so they are committed to returning them back. However, the minister went ahead to plead for dignified treatment of Nigerians. There were some citizens of different countries that were repatriated with their hands, cuffed, both hands and legs, and they are begging that please dignify Nigerians as you're bringing them back. Also understand that many of these Nigerians are in the diaspora sending money back home for their children's school, upkeep, and all of that. This is going to disrupt a lot of things, so you need to pay attention to that. The fact also that sometimes when they are, repatriating you, you are not allowed to take your assets. Said Nigeria should be given time to, take back pack their things, take back their assets. just dignify them as you bring them back home.
Oh, can I take the talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, after the 50% increment, the nation has done the investigation and found that calls are now between 13 naira a minute to 16 naira a minute. So they broke it down. We said voice calls on MTN on the sports bundle is about 13 naira per minute, which is 23 kobo per second from the old 7 naira. And the chairman of the telecom companies of Nigeria, Benga Adebayo, said that most of them cannot charge the same rates across board. So they will do lowest and highest. So this the nation did random calls, and they found that Airtel to Airtel is 15 naira, and an average of 15 naira per minute, which is a 36% increment. Glo to Airtel, which lasted about 56 seconds, was 14 naira, never complete a minute, and Glo to MTN is 16, which lasted a minute and 4 seconds, was 16 naira 64 kobo. On the average, they compared it like that across board. Also, some of these telcos implemented the price increments immediately, and SMSs between 9 Mobile and Glo already went from 4 naira to 6 naira, fairly representing the 50% adjustment. So some of them adjusted a little bit above the norm, which is what happened with the MTN and the Glo calls. Also, they immediately jumped their data plans from 1.8 gig monthly plan, which was 1.5. They replaced it with 1.5 gig and priced it at 1,000. And their 20 gig plan has adjusted from 7,500 up from the 5,500. So all of them have reflected this. In the meantime, NLC is still calling for boycotting of the networks. I don't know how we are going to survive that, because data is life. in these days of social media, and then you are still protesting that. I'm on nobody's side really, because I know as a business they need their monies.
Yeah.
But I hope that these things will be fair. The most important thing, if you are charging now, give us the best service.
Okay.
There's no business we climbing mountain.
That what we said with light. Give us that will pay.
They didn't give us light. But no,
yes, I do. I have a story here. So this quite worrisome. They say 2 suspects arrested by security operatives in Anambra State who were said to have been involved in the kidnap and killing of a State House of Assembly member, Justice Azuka, have allegedly disappeared. I don't know if you remember, but this member of the House of Assembly for Anambra State was reportedly kidnapped just on the eve of Christmas last year. And then sadly, the decomposing body of was found at the second Niger bridge, where this suspects had dumped the body, and they were arrested. The arrest was as a result of the work that was put in by the state security outfit Agunechemba and the Anambra State Anti-Tout Squad, SASA, and the Nigerian police, and now they have escaped from police custody. How does that happen? How do you get if it's just an ordinary man on the street, you'll be wondering, like, okay, that's how you treat us anyway, you don't care about us. But this is supposed to be a member of the House of Assembly, for the state, and they've walked away. Imagine. How does that happen? I'll be watching this news keenly to see, how this is sorted out.
Okay, moving on to the Punch. Federal government deploys security agents as NLC insists on protest. Adebanjo, Adeboye Ayoku, Oshimbajo Obi, others attend commendation service. Dismembered girlfriend died from asthma, says Kwara killer cleric. Local government crisis. Adeleke Oyetola trade words. Labour suspends services. Alaafin. Oyo Prince asks court to sack Owade. Borno missing children rise as Boko Haram steps up recruitment. OPEC foresees lower Dangote refinery petrol price. And ensure fairness in deporting Nigerians, federal government tells US. Let's take one story for the break.
Yes, so taking it up from where Nima left it, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps yesterday had warned the Nigeria Labour Congress against this planned March 1 shutdown of telecommunication services in response to the recent 50% hike. So the Private Telecommunications and Communications Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the Association of Telecommunications Company of Nigeria similarly had been pushing back on NLC's planned boycott of telecom services and a shutdown of telecom infrastructure, saying that such actions are misguided and could harm the industry. So the spokesperson for the NSCDC, Babawale Afolabi, had a chat and said the agency had deployed operatives to the base station to prevent any illegal action by the protesters. They said they are tasked with protecting critical national infrastructure, including telecommunications, and they are also expressing concern over the potential risk the NLC action could pose to national security and public safety. One, this is a private business. This would send a different message to investors that want to come into the country for this particular type of business. Secondly, there are people who are waiting for the opportunity to, begin to loot their properties, the infrastructure, as a result of this strike. And the NLC is calling for a boycott of all the services. This could give hackers an opportunity to get into the system and start damaging things. Now, if we boycott all the services, how are we going to do our work? How are we going to do our business? They should continue with the conversations that they are having instead of this strike they want to have March 1. All right,
let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.